Kids Life! Welcome to our May series called Legacy. This month, we'll be learning all about the early church and how the first followers of Jesus spread the good news throughout the world. They couldn't have done what they did without the gift that Jesus gives to every person who believes, the Holy Spirit.
Do you know what a legacy is? A legacy is something valuable passed on from generation to generation. The Holy Spirit is a legacy that Jesus gives to every single person who believes. And did you know that you have a legacy waiting for you?
The Holy Spirit is for everyone and helps us in every part of our life. Over the next 5 weeks, we'll hear how the Holy Spirit helped the first followers of Jesus and how he can help us in the same ways today.
Here is our memory verse for the month of May, Romans 8:14. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God.
Okay, let's find out what our friends at Grow TV are up to.
Hi there, you little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl, and welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl. Where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
What is up? How's it going? What it do? Just kidding, seriously. But what's up? Do you know what this is? It is a priceless family heirloom. Apparently this belonged to my grandpa, and his grandpa, and his grandpa's grandpa. But you know what the coolest part of it is? It's also a time machine. No matter what time of the day it is, as long as I tap this here time device, it always brings me back to 3:15. Pretty cool, right? So guess what I do with my cool time clock? I went back in time and did something I always wanted to do. It ain't skydiving, it ain't bull riding, it ain't finger painting, and it sure ain't traveling back to Florida to teach everyone how to juggle iguanas. I don't do that anymore. No sir, no ma'am. I, Carl, Eugene, Ulysses, Patricia, Abercrombie, and Fitch Hooper have started a, drumroll please, basketball team. I started a basketball team. That's right, I'm basically like LeBron Jordan. Ha! Touchdown. TJ, what's up?
Carl, what's going on, man? How you been?
Really, really well. Like, really well. Super well, TJ.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, man. So tell me, man, what's got you in such a good mood today?
Well, I finally did it, TJ.
Okay, so you did what?
I did it.
Carl, what'd you do?
TJ, I did it.
Carl, I don't know what you're talking about, friend. What did you do?
I started a basketball team, TJ.
What?
I did it.
So how did that happen? I thought you gave up on that idea last time.
Well, it's funny that you should mention time because time is exactly what fixed everything.
Carl, why are you talking in that I have a time machine that I use to go back in time to convince my friends to join my basketball team voice?
Because that's exactly what I did. I have a time machine and I used it to go back in time to convince my friends to join a basketball team.
Right, but how did going back in time change anything?
Well, I never asked my friends before, but this time when I went back in time, I asked them. So I found out that apparently one of my friends always wanted to be in a basketball team. So I talked to him and we got 4 other people to be part of a basketball team. Now we got a basketball team, thanks to time travel.
Dude, yeah, congratulations. I mean, I do have one question though.
What's that?
Well, basketball teams are made up of 5 people, right?
Sure.
You just said you had 6 people.
Sure.
So...
What?
Looks like you have one too many people.
Oh no! I have too many people. This ruins everything. Now I have to choose between Garrett and Dave.
Well, maybe. But I think our story today may be able to help you out.
You sure?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at Acts chapter 1. So you know how there were 12 disciples, right?
Judas left, right?
Exactly. So there was only 11 now, and the disciples needed to add one more disciple.
Oh, so they just picked one person, right?
Well, you see, it wasn't that easy. They had 2 different people who could take the spot, but they could only choose one.
Oh wow, that's kind of similar to the situation I'm in right now.
Yeah, the disciples, they were a team. So they decided to pray to God for the answer, and then they did something to help them make the decision.
A coin toss?
Not quite. They cast lots.
What does that mean?
It was a way for them to make a decision without any of them playing favorites.
Oh, so they found out who it was going to be?
They knew either of them would be a good fit for the team.
Oh, so they found out who it was going to be?
They did. It was either going to be a man named Matthias or Barsabbas. And after they cast the lots, it was decided that Matthias would be the new disciple.
Good for him. Matthias made the team. I'm kind of sad for Barsabbas, though.
Because he didn't make the team?
Yeah, and that's what I'm scared of with my basketball team. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Well, I have some good news for you, Carl. Barsabbas made the team too.
But you just said...
I know. But when it comes to being on the team for Jesus, everyone can be on the team.
What do you mean?
Well, even though Matthias was the 12th disciple, God still had plans for Barsabbas too. God needs everyone to be a part of the team because everyone can do something special.
Wow, I guess you're right. So I can be a disciple of Jesus too?
Absolutely. And you know what, Carl? Just because you have 6 people on your team doesn't mean that you have to get rid of any of them.
I guess you're right. There's a lot of basketball to get played, and more importantly than that, God has a lot of work for us to do. So we need everyone.
Exactly. And with our friends. And the Holy Spirit helps us do God's work.
Hey, DJ! That's our big idea, buddy.
Today's big idea is the Holy Spirit helps us do God's work.
So let's say it out loud on the count of 3. 1,
2,
3. The Holy Spirit helps us do God's work. Yes! Yes! TJ knows. Glad we talked because I was really stressing out about the whole thing. I wish I could go back in time and maybe uninvite someone so I don't have to choose. Oh wait, I can.
Carl, you know you're not doing any traveling anytime soon. Bright, your watch is broken.
Whoa, my buddy Garrett just texted me. He says he don't want to play basketball anymore. He says he's taking up competitive napping.
Oh, well, good for Garrett.
See, it works. Time travel. It's dangerous. Dangerous game, but I'm willing to risk it.
Yeah. Okay, kids, we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Row TV.
All right, we're back. So, when the disciples had to choose someone to take the place of Judas, they used a method very common in the Bible times called casting lots. This revealed that Matthias was to take Judas's place. Even though Barsabbas wasn't chosen to be one of the 12 disciples, it doesn't mean that he didn't have a very important job in spreading the gospel message. Barsabbas was chosen for something different and unique.
That is the promise we have in the legacy that Jesus gives us. Because of Jesus, everyone is chosen to do God's work. God has given us the Holy Spirit to coach us and guide us. The Holy Spirit guides us to make wise choices. And the Holy Spirit gives us our own unique talents, gifts, and abilities to share the good news of Jesus and invite more people onto God's team.
I am so glad that I have the Holy Spirit to help me to do God's work. Hey, that's our big idea, KidsLife. 1, 2, 3.
The Holy Spirit helps us to do God's work. We'll see you next time. Have the best week, KidsLife.